Hello, welcome to Gatekeeping, where we take a deep dive into a pop culture phenomenon and decide if we let it through our gate. Oh my God,
Christ has
guys.
risen. Christ has risen.
Happy Easter.
Okay, vocal.
The Easter song.
The Easter song, heard of it? Heard of it? It's just a classic 3-chord structure. You guys get it.
Marilyn, Happy
Easter,
Mr.
to
Christ.
Jesus.
Mr. Christ.
She's
we're
already
all wearing our Easter,
Sorry.
we're all wearing our Easter bonnets.
It's the spirit of Christ just came through me. I jumped in before I was introduced. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
We're form breaking today in many ways.
Please, well, let's just bring her in. Please welcome comedian.
Yes.
Girls can do it to you guys.
Yes. Yes.
Comedian.
Comediesta.
Lucille
Lucille
MacKellar.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here on Gatekeeping.
Currently on a historic run in the Melbourne Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
Breaking records. It's crazy.
I didn't realize until I saw your show. I've seen your show, I reckon, maybe 10 times.
I think I've seen your show also 10 times.
And I love it every time.
Me too.
But my last viewing, first time I noticed that you're an MAC capital K.
You betcha.
Because I'm a capital G.
Well, see, real recognize real.
And James, you don't have...
Capital H.
You've only got one capital in your name.
Or J.
Oh my God, flop. I know, and I'm so annoying about it too. Whenever I say the little K, I'm like, it's actually a capital K. It's actually MAC capital K. Sorry.
It really just blew my head off.
Yeah.
seeing that.
It's well, it's
So what you're saying
important.
is you're not a very attentive viewer.
I'm more about the big picture.
The big K, if you will.
The big
Yeah,
K.
the big K. I'm more kind of...
I'm sure that you're all about the big K.
We are in Melbourne after all.
Yes. Are drug
love your
dealers
special
open
K, don't
over
you?
Easter? Or are they taking the
Cinemas.
Good Friday off as well?
They're taking a ticket from Coles. I don't know. I'm like,
They're all at church.
I don't know why everything's closed on a Good Friday. It's like, let's grow up.
It's Good Friday and Christmas. Hello.
Exactly.
Like, I went to go buy my little Boss coffee from Coles this morning, and it's like Richmond Coles doors don't even open. But it's
They're
not
nailed
just
shut.
yeah, literally. But it's not just the doors aren't open. Like trolleys pushed up against the door. Like I'm not going to break it down.
They're
like,
barricaded.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, let's tone it down a moment.
Which
Scary.
Boss coffee were you gonna get?
The iced latte, the brown one.
Ooh.
But not the
yeah.
one with the honey, like not the honey. It's like the honey straight from Japan. No, it's the
Sorry?
the one with a bit of sugar because they're
Yeah,
made in Japan.
The brown one.
Oh, I don't drink coffee from a can.
So it's like the carbon footprint
If I'm
on
drinking
this
it from a
coffee is
can,
crazy.
I'm drinking a Red Bull.
Yeah, fair.
Sugar-free,
fair,
of course.
fair.
And how's your time in Melbourne?
There's something deeply cosmically wrong with the city of Melbourne. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. I mean, I love coming here. Some of the most beautiful people that I know in my life, such as yourselves, are from Melbourne.
Thank
She
you.
looked at me when she
But
said that.
Yeah.
by the
I
way.
think, well, I only got 2 eyes.
Yeah, but you said beautiful people and you looked at me and
should have gone
not.
across
Look,
it, yeah.
sorry.
No.
Sorry. For people
give it a sec.
listening, I actually looked at both Sam and James.
You can say
rewriting
anything.
history. No, Melbourne. Yeah. No, here's the thing. Beautiful city, great gowns, beautiful gowns, great grid.
Beautiful grid.
There is, I don't know whether it's just like we've got a few planets in retrograde. We've got a full moon going on, but there is something off in the water and I'm feeling it a little bit. And I don't
disagree.
know whether, okay.
I've been walking around Melbourne going, the city's alive.
Okay,
The comedy festival's on. People
Yeah.
are about.
Right, okay.
It's come to life.
Maybe it's because you're from Melbourne, you're probably vitamin D deficient. So you're probably getting some sunlight and you're like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Whereas to me, I'm coming from Sydney, I'm like, my vitamin D's, I'm on prime level. So I'm
Plummeted.
operating regular,
I need
like
to take some
walking around.
vitamins. Yeah, I gotta get some Swiss.
Yes,
honey.
exactly. Some
Well,
Swiss.
maybe it's the fact that yours has plummeted to a degree you're not
Maybe, yeah.
used
So
to.
we're kind of like the downs and the uppers, yeah. But
Yin
no,
and yang.
I do love a Nam moment. No one can drive here, which is something I've really been struggling
Well,
with.
yeah.
Me.
Well, even those who are on the road
Yeah,
can't drive.
they can't do
That's
it.
mainly been the issue that I'm
Yeah.
dealing with. And even if I found that everyone in Melbourne is a very cautious driver.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very anxious driver, and the way that they drive is quite unclassy.
Yeah.
in the way that you guys have U-turn bays in like the middle of the road. So if like, you're going the wrong way, it's like, oops, I got to just sneak into my little U-turn bay and turn around. Like, whoopsie. It's like in Sydney, if you fuck up and go the wrong way, it's like, bitch, you got to find your own way to go back. You know, if you got to turn to a side street, you got to turn around. But here it's like, I just made a little mistake. I have to show it off. It's like, girl.
But you know,
have a bit of decorum. I don't know.
The Rozelle interchange ruins lives.
Yeah, it's
in your
ruined my
city.
life many times.
Really?
Here's the thing about Sydney. It's the worst city in the world and it's so horrible. And every day you spend there beats you down to a pulp until you have nothing left to give.
Yep.
But you have to work so hard to catch a vibe there. And when you catch it, it is so good. Okay. And those who hate Sydney just haven't worked hard enough. It's like the meme of the guy and he's like, the diamonds. And he like turned like people who are like, I give up on Sydney. It's like the diamonds are so close. You just have to like destroy your self-worth to get there.
That's how when people from Sydney move to Melbourne and they can't hack it, I'm like,
yeah,
you're so close to the diamonds.
Yeah.
And what do you think of Chris Minns?
Is he still the premier?
Who is that? It's the premier.
He is still the premier?
Yep.
Labor? Well, fuck Labor, so fuck him. But look, can I say that? Or the election? I don't know.
They actually sponsor this podcast.
Yeah.
We have to put an authorized by at the end.
Oh my God.
Wait, maybe this. Oh wait. When's the election?
3rd of
May.
The day I'm doing
your
my show at Sydney Comedy Festival. That's going to be so silly.
Election night.
I know. I feel so spoiled.
Who's gonna win?
Who's going to win?
Who is going to
Do you think Wills is going to turn green?
Who's Wills?
It's the electorate that I live in.
What is it now, currently? Teal? Labor.
Teal. I wouldn't be caught dead in a teal electorate. Please. The teals are the biggest scam on planet Earth.
No.
They are, I'm afraid. They're just liberals with like...
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. With the teal, you're always like, okay, maybe we'll get something different. And then it's like, oh, you're just like a libertarian centrist.
They
okay.
They got to Parliament and the first thing they did was like, so we need to ban hard solo. That was their fault.
That was so pathetic. It's like the idea, it's like, kids are going to drink it. It's like, but you have to go to a bottle shop. Like, I don't...
They're gonna get it either way.
There's so many barriers. And it's like, if a 15-year-old wants to drink, honey, they're going to find a way.
Don't tell me about it.
We'd rather they do it in the house.
Exactly.
Let the kids have their nice drinks.
The Little Fat Lamb. Like, do you remember when Little Fat Lamb dropped?
Remember Little
like,
Fat
that
Lamb?
was like, and everyone's like, it's so cheap. It's like $8 and it's like 8%, like 8 standard drinks or whatever. And then it's like,
It's piss.
It's terrible.
It was
Oh
piss.
my God.
God. To go back to drinking Little Fat Lamb and then going to Yaya's. Catching the train into the city. Little Fat Lamb in my bag.
Yeah.
Drinking on the train.
I remember when I was like 19, because I was like, I used to get like $5-6 like bottle of warm white wine for like whatever the fuck like bottle shop. And then me and my friend, we would sit in a park in like Newtown and just like
park and drink.
And it would be like, it'd be in winter too, so it'd be like nighttime, it'd be like what, like 13 degrees. I'm still wearing like the sluttiest skirt known to man, like, because I'm like literally like the alcohol will keep me warm and like a hoe never gets cold, famously.
Exactly.
And then we drink and then we go to this venue called Frida's in Sydney, if you know, you know. And it was back in the day when it was in Chippendale and it was like in the little laneway, but it was when the lockout laws were happening. So it would close at 12. So literally we would like get drunk, stay at this venue for like an hour until it would close. And then we'd have to try and get somewhere before everyone else closed at 1. And that was like, but I was like, I'm young and free. I know. And I remember I would come to Melbourne as well when I was like that age. And like, I'd be like, oh my God, you guys can like drink outside. Like the pub has seating on the street. I'm like, that's crazy.
You get shot if you have a drink standing up in Sydney.
Yeah, no, and they're like, wait, I think you're having fun. Like, take another back.
Like, I remember I walked.
Literally in like 2017 in Sydney, if you like brought a schooner of beer out the front, like red dot in your head, you're getting taken out. Like it was so bad.
Gladys Berejiklian holding the sniper.
No, it was fucking, what was his name?
Baird.
Mike Baird. I remember one time I was in a line for this venue called the Standard Bowl in Taylor Square in King's Cross. If you know, you know.
This
on
is
Oxford
the most
Street.
Sydney episode we've ever had.
And
Literally.
I know I'm happy to bring it. And I
This
was
is giving the Cinnamon Girls. They don't play. Our Cinnamon Girls don't play about that.
That's the Barnacle City in me. It's the Barnacle City in me.
Don't fuck with me. I'm from
I'm
Buttersburg.
from Wigglesburg. We don't play like that. No, genuinely. I was in the line and I was drinking just a bottle of red wine, just like from the bottle in the line. And then I got kicked out for drinking on approach. And I remember being
Drinking
like,
on approach.
yeah, they were like, you're drinking on approach. I'm like, I'm trying to have fun. Heard of it? Like literally heard of it. I'm like, let me get up there and like shake my ass to Can't Feel My Face or whatever the fuck. One dance or whatever. Like,
I need to wonder. The phrase
Literally.
drinking on approach is crazy.
I know.
It's like
I've been
you're
told
like,
that twice.
like moving and drinking.
I wasn't let into the Vic on the Park in Sydney and Marrickville because I was drinking on approach once. Crazy.
You are a serial
Crazy.
drinker on
Drink on
approach.
approach.
No, literally. And I remember when I didn't get let into Standard Bowl because it was like 1:15 and they were like, we're not letting any more people in. I remember like tweeting like Mike Bed. I was like, fuck you, like God forbid, like at Mike Bed MP dot, like how fucking dare you, like blah, 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 like I'm just trying to fucking have fun, like blah blah blah. And I was like, I was
drinking on approach.
No, literally, and that's like one of my long list of like publicly adding MPs, swearing at them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on a no-fly list for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like the things I've
100%.
said to Scott Morrison being like first name, last name, text. Like it's crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy.
We're here to talk about another figure of authority today.
Too many.
The Mike Baird of Silicon Valley.
Oh. God.
Zuckerberg.
Bleep that. We don't want to
No.
get deplatformed.
Girl, the way that I was saying to Sam and James before, I was like, this is the episode that's going to do the worst numbers ever. Like, Mark will be like...
He's gonna bury it.
Never just called him Mark before. That was quite scary, actually.
The Zuck.
The Zuck. Oh, God.
Actually-
He is going to bury it.
I actually think he's quite a genius. And
But
I've
okay,
got a
devil's
lot
advocate, let's
got a lot
go.
of good things to say. And I
Okay.
thought this was an uplifting forum for
I thought we were talking about the heroes of the 21st century.
exactly
Hello.
creative
Hello.
Facebook. Never done anything wrong.
Mark Zuckerberg is someone
kidding.
that you,
Sorry.
Oh, I'm kidding.
I'm kidding, guys.
I'm kidding.
Mark
It's tongue in
Zuckerberg
cheek. Heard of
is someone that uses his autism for evil.
That's why I like him, because we have that in common.
it. I didn't realize we were going to have the autism discussion so early in the episode, but yeah,
Wow.
let's say
get
that.
into it.
Let's
Because
say that.
I was thinking about this thing of like using autism for evil, and so I was trying to find
Think
some
about
like
doing it?
I was trying to find some positive examples of using autism for good.
Sorry. Yes.
Have you
no,
got
keep
any?
going.
And so I'm googling like autistic celebrities.
Temple Grandin.
I was about to say she did the cows,
Yeah.
right? Oh my God.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah. So I get home one day from work. Isabella's watching this insane movie with Claire Danes, shaky cam. She's like crying, hyperventilating in like this paddock, and I'm like, "What the hell are you watching?"
Temple
And
Grandin.
she's like, "It's Temple," and I'm like, "Sorry." She's like this woman
Who did something with cows.
yeah, she like created this
She invented cows.
Yeah.
yeah, she invented cows as we know them today. No, she invented like this particular way of like
Herding?
herding them to get
Slaughtered?
milked or slaughtered
Yeah.
or something.
Herding them to
She was like very like instrumental in like modern like
Modern dairy farming, as we know it today.
made like don't know anything about farming.
She invented a way of herding cows to get milked.
Who's got a phone?
Mine's on charge. Do you have a phone?
I have a phone, but I have
guess
to put down the
we'll-
microphone.
And her name was Temple.
Temple Grandin.
Wait, okay,
Let me-
can you
let me-
hold my
let's get my
microphone?
phone, hold on.
This is actually important.
They made a movie of her with Claire Danes.
Yeah, you'll die. You will die. This you guys have got to do this on
And
your
you're going to see the
Patreon
photo
actually.
as well.
About
'cause, like,
herding cows.
And it's like one of those movies as well that's kind of shot with like shaky cam zoom. Like it's like shot like a documentary, and it's like
Like the Bourne
And it's
movies.
like it's the classic like
she's a prominent pioneer, a prominent proponent of the humane treatment of livestock for slaughter.
Slaughter. For slaughter.
What is Temple?
Jimmy Stewart's here.
Dr. Granton became a prominent author and speaker on both autism and animal behavior.
period special interest for good.
Wait, is
was
she a
like-
lesbian?
What? Well, she's played by Claire Danes, of course. Wait, so you're saying I'm talking about using autism for good, and you're like, this woman invented a more efficient way to kill cows?
No, she's humanely.
Humanely.
Okay. Did she invent the thing from No Country for Old Men? You know.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Surely.
No, the air of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the one you're talking about.
One of the first autistic people to document the insights she gained from her personal experiences with autism.
I don't know what she is like IRL, but the portrayal in the movie is crazy. It's like the classic like autistic, so it's like you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like it's like
I
someone
am
says
Sam.
hello to you and she's like, my name is Temple and I'm it's like, okay, well like
Catherine O'Hara?
What?
Isn't it? Apparently. Crazy.
Well,
Anyway.
So she didn't come up in my research.
Yeah. Okay.
not that being the first thing we both thought of. Anyway.
I was trying to. I have to like. I'm not saying that. Like.
Say it.
No,
say it.
I'm just saying like. There's not that many positive. Like
Autistic
I look
people.
at the. No, I'm talking about celebrities. Like,
Okay.
well, I'm sure there is, but maybe they're not out and proud.
Didn't someone recently come out as autistic? I have to
Come out.
You're looking because the most prominent examples are
Yeah.
like Albert Einstein.
Right.
He's positive. He equals MC squared. Hello.
The savant of it all. It's the male savant autism of it all.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
female example. Susan Boyle is one of the prominent examples.
Don't get Samuel started on Susan
That's all I'm saying.
Boyle.
I knew
Anthony
that.
Hopkins.
Yes, he's the number one when you Google
Daryl Hannah.
it. Well, yeah.
Courtney Love.
Yeah, see,
Greta Thunberg. Hello.
Oh, Greta Thunberg. Come on. Diva Supreme.
Emily Dickinson. Allegedly.
well, that's kind of like,
It's like,
it
that's
wasn't
kind
invented back then.
yeah, exactly. Like lesbianism wasn't even invented back then, like let alone autism. Like she can't claim either of
Does
us.
she have blue hair as well? You know?
Someone very recently came out as autistic.
Emily Dickinson, if she was born in 2025, just like be a barista. Like, born in 2000 or whatever.
Well, autism's having a moment
It is.
right now because on Survivor there is an autistic contestant,
Mm-hmm.
and she moved Jeff.
Jeff.
My name Jeff.
My name
She
Jeff. Classic
moved
gag.
Jeff Probst so much that he cried on the show with her story. So she actually, Emily Survivor, is a
Emily
positive. We found one.
Survivor.
We found one.
I think we're thinking.
found one.
I think we're missing the most important autist of all.
Don't say yourself.
No, Hannah Gadsby. Comedians.
Great
The side-
This is your time to shine.
Wait, the last time I was here, we talked about Nanette as well. Do you remember?
It's always
And
relevant.
since then, I watched it. And it is insane to see something that did not come out that long ago and watch it and be like, this is a different world.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
world in which Nanette was released into is no other. And it truly is a time capsule.
Yeah.
It's about
It is-
tension.
There's nothing.
It is crazy how so much of it is about Hillary Clinton losing the election.
really?
And you're like, this was the biggest issue? Like this was like, and also it was like nothing as well was happening even in Australian culture that like Hillary Clinton was the most important thing to talk about. I'm like, wow, what a different time.
I'm gonna have to rewatch.
Like I feel like young queer people, like a 20-year-old queer person now would watch it and be like, this is a completely different queer world, which it's actually quite
When did it come? It was
incredible.
like 10 years ago now, wasn't it?
2018, I think.
There's nothing more powerful than a woman that's
Doing comedy.
rebuilt herself. Is that what she says? I don't know.
It's
I don't know.
about tension.
What?
Isn't that what she does? She's like feeling very tense in here.
Oh yeah, the whole thing is about like
Building
it's about the
tension.
deconstruction of the form of stand up, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I
They're
feel
all
like
about that now,
That's,
like-
that sort of was the
catalyst.
catalyst for the like, I'm funny, but what if I'm serious? And it's like,
Yes.
yeah, we assumed that.
Yep.
What happened to making us laugh?
Well,
Well,
it's illegal now.
it's illegal.
They shoot you.
I keep thinking about Temple. What's her name?
Temple Grandin.
Temple Run.
Temple Grandin.
Yeah. You have to watch the HBO.
Is she still alive? Can she go?
Yeah,
on
she's
the-
alive.
Okay.
I'll get her on the phone.
Well, she
Hello,
could be
Temple?
a guest. The topic of cattle farming. She'd have a lot to say.
She'd have a lot to
She'd have
say.
a lot to say.
She'd have a lot to say. So yes, Mark Zuckerberg, Autism for Evil.
Yeah. It's like, speaking of time capsules, you know, look back at The Social Network.
Yes. Which I watched the first half of last night.
Not for the first time, though.
Not for the first time, no, just
great.
a refresh. Just a refresh.
Well, I feel like Social Network exists in a sort of bubble of like us not realizing how evil things would become.
Yes.
Because
We're
it's
all
very,
so happy
there is an
about it.
optimism sort of to it of like these tech rock stars, these
Yes.
kids who got rich
Yeah.
off these ideas. But even like looking at the ending of the movie, it's like the kind of like kernel of like truth they leave you with is like, oh, he's actually alone.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
that is so not the worst thing that came out of it all.
No.
It's like
Actually.
the world's ending.
No. And it's also like, because, you know, there's the famous part at the beginning of the movie where Rooney Mara says, you know, you will go through your whole life thinking girls don't like you because you're a nerd, but it won't be from the bottom of my heart. Know that it's because you're an asshole.
Iconic.
An iconic line.
Rooney Mara.
And I was on Wikipedia, the Social Network Wikipedia last night, and I think it was Aaron Sorkin.
Golden Globes.
Yeah, was it Aaron Sorkin who
In the
was like,
speech.
Rooney Mara says that, but that's not true. Like, you're a hero for the future. It's like, no, she was right.
It's so
She was right. Also, it's kind of like the production of that, the production team of that movie is kind of like the sexual predator roll call a little bit.
Oh,
Kevin
Scott
Spacey.
Rudin.
Kevin Spacey, exec producer, Scott Rudin, Armie Hammer, like it's kind of
Oh.
like we need to kind of lose her to time a bit. I don't know, like
But it's
Not to bring up Kevin, but he's back
Your
again.
favourite,
He's
yeah.
back again.
back again. Did you just?
He's doing
he is
Frank Underwood
poison.
again.
He is poison.
Yeah.
Like it is so I was talking about this with my girlfriend the other day because we watched the
House
the
of
little
Cards.
clip of him.
We watched the House of
I was like,
Cards.
this House of Cards business. What's all that about? What's all that about?
What
no, we
clip?
watched the clip that he's back as Frank
Oh,
Underwood.
okay.
It
I
was,
didn't
like,
realize you
on-
guys kept up.
Well, she's still on X, so every now and then she shows me things on there, and I'm like, "Girl, you got to get off there." Like she's like, "I saw this thing on Twitter." I'm like, "Honey, it's not Twitter anymore.
It's X.
It's X. Like it's Like it's
Are you on?
embarrassing."
Are you on Blue Sky?
Girl, no, I'm on Instagram close friends text posts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
As you know, I what I used to tweet, I now just make a text post on Instagram close friends and then delete after like 2 hours.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do.
Get it out. Get it out.
Yeah, we like saw him like Kevin Spacey doing that like Frank Underwood thing. I'm like, it is crazy that he has just truly just been like exiled to time.
Yeah.
Like he has just been lost and like it is truly like it's so interesting. And I'm like, but why isn't that happening to everyone? Like, why is Woody Allen still his skeletal ass is still like skeletal ass, sorry, my bad pronunciation, still crawling out of like his little hovel in like the Upper West Side or where the fuck he lives. Like,
France.
why
Yeah,
are
he
we?
lives in France
He
now.
lives in France.
Yeah, he makes because.
Of
Makes
course he
sense.
fucking
Yeah.
would.
Do you
not
I
think
need to
if
go to
they-
Paris and shoot him in the head.
Whoa.
This is Meta isn't allowing any of this to be pushed anyway, so
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's
say
true.
whatever the hell I want. Woody Allen, if I see you, I
It's
am
on
hang,
site.
drawing, and quartering you. You need to die.
I agree.
Sorry.
Cosign.
That's just
But
my
you
truth.
have to say, Vicky Cristina Barcelona is a great movie.
Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it.
I like Annie
Haven't
Hall.
seen
I mean, we
it.
can't get into this.
We can't. We
Larry
actually cannot get.
Shelton. Hello. Kate
I
Blanchett named her son after him.
Yeah.
And Roman Polanski.
Well, yes.
Well, yes.
Well, yes. One of Q's finest. Well, yes.
what? Q.
Kate Blanchett's from Q.
Oh, I thought the
QAnon.
letter Q. She is
We don't have
Q.
time to
She
get
is
into
Q.
that.
Honey, we'll get into the election, okay? We'll get into the 2016 election. No, we won't. We won't.
wondered with Kevin, why is it always Frank Underwood, the character that he brings back? Like,
Why not Lester Burnham?
Yes, why
Who
not?
is that?
American
Beauty.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Glenn Ross.
Oh, yeah.
I guess he doesn't really. It's not his.
He'd love to say faggot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
How about the guy from Seven?
John.
John Doe.
That's actually such an unfortunate good performance from him.
Yeah.
Oh,
LA Confidential.
terrible movie.
No, it's
seen
great.
it.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm gonna backpedal a bit on terrible movie. I'm gonna backpedal. I watched it. Actually, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it.
How quickly you crumbled there. What the hell? I've never seen that.
I realized I couldn't back myself, so I just was like, I
think it's
forget
a
it.
great film.
I just remember the
He
last
was
time
in
I watched it.
Goldmember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, at the start.
Yeah.
Period.
I just
Dr.
remember the
Evil.
last time I watched LA Confidential, it really just didn't grab me.
Sometimes
But maybe
it
I
doesn't.
need to revisit.
Sometimes it does, though.
And when it does,
And when it
honey.
does, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's a terrible movie. I take that back.
The Murder of Mary.
Yeah, it's an interesting sort of time capsule in a way, but I think I guess from my memory, it's the first one to kind of examine that new like tech boom.
The social
Sorry, I thought you were
network.
still talking
Yeah.
about LA Confidential.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Frank Underwood for a split second. I was like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, no, The Social Network, absolutely. And it is
Yeah.
kind of optimistic, and it is this idea of like, wow, like a whole new world is opening up, and like he's realizing like what the facets of human connection and like what makes us want to like go online is like you want to know if someone's single or like you want to be able to like check
Iconic
someone out
scene,
and
have
stuff.
to say that,
Iconic
yeah.
scene. But it's also like, okay, so this whole thing was born from misogyny.
Yeah.
Which
Shocking.
like we knew this, but it's also like, of course.
Yes.
And I feel like now the world that we live in 2025, watching Mark Zuckerberg like create Facebook, I'm like, I need to go back in time and kill him.
It's Hitler.
I need to go like it's baby Hitler.
Baby
like I'm
Hitler.
like I
Yeah.
need to go back and stop it. Like I need to go back and stop it. Like I'm like no, you're ruining everything.
Yeah.
Like you know, it's quite like I feel like it's the rewatch value of the movie has changed so much because you look at it now and you're like this is so
Scary.
bizarre. I think it's also quite interesting as well that it was made so early in Mark Zuckerberg's career. And it's like kind
Because
of
it was 2010, hey?
yeah.
And it's set in 2005?
It starts in 2003, I believe.
Damn.
Like when he's in college.
I think the script was more like favorable to Zuckerberg and the whole thing. But then Fincher kind of was like, that's kind of not the angle.
Yeah.
And like the opening, for example, of him like running home to like invent Facebook.
Yeah.
I can't remember the song, but it was initially going to have some kind of like poppy, like
And instead it's like
fun
Trent
song.
Reznor, Atticus Ross being like,
Yeah, it's like, oh, something's wrong. you know?
yeah,
Something's wrong.
Something's broken. No, literally him like rushing home to invent Facebook, but not without being like, my ex-girlfriend's a fugly bitch, like
Yeah.
post. And then it's like, like,
Kill yourself.
wait, this is the hero?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I actually read that before, Face Smash, of course, which is
course.
the Ranking Girls
Of course.
thing that he did at Harvard. He invented like some thing for his father's dentist's office called Zucknet.
Well, isn't that how every good social media person starts their career? You're working for the local like dentist or
father's
like firm or
dentist.
something, and you're like
Jesus.
running their Instagram.
But it was
like,
just like it sounds like it was just some server for them to like instant message throughout the rooms.
Yeah.
And I'm
an
like
intranet, if you will.
an intranet. yeah.
Bring back the internet.
I
Yeah.
We need it now more than ever.
We really do.
But even that, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
Zucknet. They should have bullied him.
yeah,
his
it's also
family.
like what happened to just going between the rooms?
Just walk.
Face-to-face communication.
Yeah, what happened to a phone call? You know,
But I think Mark Zuckerberg's gayest trait is that he is married to a woman named Priscilla.
Queen of the desert.
and you know, I was doing my research on Wikipedia, which is crazy. Do you guys remember when like teachers used to be like, Wikipedia is
Wikipedia.
not a reliable source.
I
It's
said that to
not a
somebody
reliable source.
yesterday.
And now I'm like, I'm doing the required reading. I'm on Wikipedia. Like,
It's
you know
all
what
we
I
have.
mean?
It's all
Like,
we have.
It's literally all we have.
Literally, one of the lawyers at work yesterday was on Wikipedia, and I was like, you should know that that's not a very trustworthy source.
Yeah.
It's
You're
that, it's that old ChatGPT, and I'm taking Wikipedia.
I'm taking Wikipedia
Yeah.
every day.
I Googled something yesterday, and like the AI slop that like came out on Google was like, it was like, what is the last episode of something? And I was like, that's not the last episode.
Oh.
It was just so wrong that
And
I was
that's
like,
Zuckerberg's fault too.
literally.
Yeah, and it's like now if you want to type anything into Google and not get the AI, you have to write like minus AI in the search bar. And it's like, so now I'm coding? Like I just want to I just don't want the AI. Like I just don't want it anyway. Like I don't need to like burn down a portion of the rainforest if I like need to know like
I just need to know how long the movie goes
I was going to
for.
say
Yeah.
Temple Webster. What's her name? Temple Grandin. Like, you know what I mean? Like tempura. Like, I just don't like. It's just insane. Anyway, I was on Mark Zuckerberg's Wikipedia, and he and his wife have been together since college.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, another crazy thing about you, because if you were with someone, if you were like into your 40s, 50s, and you were with someone that you started dating when you were like 19, 20, you're crazy, Jail. Sorry,
I mean,
I'll say it.
she was smart.
I'll say
she
it.
said, this is big.
But then it's also like, so
she
you're
like-
complicit
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
because
She's-
you allowed this to happen. And there are also like those type of rich people that are like, they're philanthropists. And it's like, just to all the listeners, I am using air quotes, philanthropists, which is like fake charity.
Oh yeah, this is a tax write-off.
Because it's also like, so you're donating all this, like you're like, we're using our money for good, but it's like, surely you should understand that the best way to use this money is to not accrue it for your personal means and then
And kill
decide
themselves.
personally what causes are worth you giving your exorbitant amounts of money to, and instead kill yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's my take on that.
Egregious part to me is that the two of them give energy of like, they'd be like, we can't adult today.
No, that's the thing. I think that's the most intriguing part about the Mark Zuckerberg of it all. I mean, it's not the most intriguing part. It's one of that he is such a millennial.
Yeah.
Like his entire thing is so millennial. It's so like, I was on, like, he was literally like, I'm in college during Facebook because he invented it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's his whole thing. It's like, I feel like millennials are always like, oh my God, I remember like blogging in college. Like, it's so him.
Yeah.
Like, and I just feel like that is also the part that's like so grating. He's just like, I'm an accidental adult. Like, I'm walking through my mansion, like, whoopsie, like, can I just have a grilled cheese today? Like, I don't want to adult. And it's
Whoopsie.
like, you're literally bringing in the like the end of the world. Like, you are like the main like people like ushering in climate change. Like, you are like promoting homelessness. I don't give a fuck. Like, Meta aren't going to promote this anyway. I'm going to say what I
Literally.
want. Like, you're literally the harbinger of everything evil in this world, and you're out here being like, I'm gonna wear a gold chain. Like, sorry, like I'm a little bit silly. Like, meme.
I think
Kill yourself. Sorry, kill yourself.
I think the most
Sorry, this is crazy. You can cut all this out, obviously, because I know this is
We're leaving it in.
insane. This is insane.
I think the most telling part of who he is as a person, because you see sort of like elements of what he thinks is cool.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
Benson
like-
Boone. Didn't he do that thing?
That's what I was gonna say. The most telling part to me is that he
These
idolizes.
beautiful things out there. Please.
For someone to idolize
Sorry.
Benson Boone,
I don't
like
think he idolized.
he dressed up as
That's
him.
him.
Like you have to be so mentally ill to
Literally.
do that.
Sorry.
You didn't know this?
No, I'm remembering it now, but I'm like, that's just so. Oh no, I think I shared something on my story about that being like, I think I said something to the effect of kill yourself, and my story got taken down, and then I was banned from doing doing any Instagram lives for
What?
like 2 days. They're like, you've lost live privileges because I told Mark Zuckerberg to kill himself on my public story.
You basically got
whatever. I don't
put
give
in
a fuck.
prison.
Literally, I got put in timeout. I'm like, I'll say it again, like fucking kill yourself. Oh no, I commented on his post. I commented kill yourself, and then it immediately got deleted. But then I screen recorded writing it again, and then posted that to my story, and then that got taken down.
And he says free speech. You
yeah,
know?
exactly. Exactly. I'm like, this is what happens when he gets away the fact checkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, yeah, we need to talk about his Margot rebrand.
Marga.
Well-
Every time you say Marga.
Okay, bitch, you're on here
MAGA.
saying France. And I don't say shit, okay? And I don't say shit.
Maga.
I'm going to France.
Maga.
Like I'm a American, no class.
Maga.
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 Well,
Because-
you're the one wearing red, sweetie.
I was reading his Wikipedia.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so we both went to the same text. Interesting, interesting.
But like you read it and it's like he used to have this air of like wanting to be seen as a liberal, which is
Yes.
so funny. Like it supported Black Lives Matter.
yeah, and there was like quite like he was quite staunch about like all lives matter is not a thing, like it is Black Lives
Yeah.
Matter. So I'm like, okay.
and these things of like renewable energy and yeah, just being seen. And I guess culturally at the time it was like
Yeah.
everyone has to be a liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like now they're like, Oh, I can just keep accruing personal wealth and like literally no one's going to stop me. I can just kind of do whatever I want.
Yeah. And then the thing of him like growing his hair out and wearing a chain and dressing like a trendy 13-year-old.
Speaking on growing the hair out, and this is something I've been meaning to say for a while, the hair plug epidemic.
Oh,
I just know the flights in and out of Turkey are crazy right now for men in Hollywood because like their hair plugs. Like, did you guys watch the Oscars this year?
Of course.
There needed to be an honorary Oscar for like the hair transplants. Like,
literally.
I'm seeing a lot of men, 40s, 50s, 60s even, hairlines full,
Well,
jaws thick.
yeah.
I'm like, girl, let's be serious. Ben Stiller coming on stage, grey hair, full hairline.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, honey.
Ryan Gosling.
Andrew Garfield.
Well, yeah,
Not
I was
too
going
much
to
on
say
Andrew,
social
though.
network
That's
star.
Social
Andrew
network star
Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. And I'm like, look, do it. Go forth. But I'm like, let's be serious. I mean, everyone's always on female celebrities being like, be honest about the work you have done. I'm like, these men.
Yeah.
The Guy Pearce
Hello?
facelift.
Yeah, like, let's be
I'm always
real.
staring at Tom Cruise's face to sort of figure that out.
Here's the thing. I feel like Scientologists must have fabulous doctors.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they are truly just like, their plastic surgeons must be crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Nancy Cartwright.
Who's your favorite? Yeah, who's your favorite Scientologist? I know who yours is.
You know it's Tom.
Do you have one?
This is going to be so rogue. Giovanni Ribisi.
Who is that?
Oh my God, true.
He's a Scientologist.
Who is that?
The narrator of the Virgin Suicides.
He's in everything. I'm like trying to name one thing he's in. But he's an icon. He's a
little
diva
guy.
down. He's a little guy. His sister is married to Beck, the musician, also a Scientologist.
Oh.
Elizabeth Moss, a classic Scientologist.
Yeah, love.
Actually, you know what? John Travolta.
He's a good one.
He's a classic.
I left the iron on.
Him.
Oh,
Giovanni
yeah.
Ribisi. What's he in again?
He's in Lost in Translation.
Friends.
Yes, Lost in Translation. Friends. That's right. He's Phoebe's brother, isn't he?
I thought he was a Coppola, but he's not. He's just like in a lot of Sophia's
No,
stuff.
he's not. He's just
Wait.
Italian adjacent.
He is a T. I love him.
You keep saying this.
No.
It's a phrase.
Have you heard it's a T?
Wait, why is your on James's phone this like a Chinese prefix on the Wikipedia link? I'm like, wow, you've had to go fully off grid. You're like, this Western media, we can't trust it. That's crazy. Anyway, sorry, just give that back to you.
Wait, that
I'm
was
not
crazy.
getting involved with that.
James
the
is
WeChat of it all.
Chinese.
Okay.
It's fine. I just didn't think it
No,
would be
I think
Chinese.
John Travolta. Have you guys seen
Hairspray.
Blowout? Well, obviously Hairspray.
Yes.
Blowout, one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah.
What is
Brian De
Blowout?
Palma. Let's have that conversation. Let's have that conversation.
The ending is incredible.
Yeah.
So good.
But
Anyway, sorry.
With Travolta, I'm like, he's definitely trapped
Gay.
in there because they know he's gay.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want people to know.
What?
You know?
You don't know John Travolta's gay?
Wait, what?
Fuck off.
Huh?
But the way of like, I feel like he's being
But
blackmailed.
if he's gay, why doesn't he just say it, you know?
He can't.
It would be so good.
It's too far in.
Why doesn't he just say it? Come
Let
on,
him-
guys.
Come on.
John, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, I
Come
want you to know
out.
I stand with you.
Come
you
out.
have such a strong community, friends and family that will stand with you.
Out of the closets and into
And
the
you know
streets.
what? If you get pushed out of the church, like you have a place to stay.
Leah Remini will give you a couch.
My couch is always available for Scientologists.
Leah Remini is like, where is Michelle Miscavige? Where is she?
Yeah.
And you know, where is she?
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, this is what
I
we're
was
trying
reading
to.
about that the other day too.
Yeah.
Just seeing if I could find any clues.
Yeah.
You looked for evidence.
I looked for evidence, didn't
Looked for
get any
evidence.
closer.
Looked for evidence. Yeah. Mama, let's research.
Mama.
We have to talk about how hot Andrew Garfield is in The Social Network.
We do.
As
We do
saw.
have to. We have to say
is-
that.
Like they did Eduardo Saverin a huge
Yes,
favor.
because I looked him up, and you know he's like the richest person in Brazil.
Period.
He's like 37 billion. He's like $37 billion, and they try to like paint him as like this fucked over underdog in the movie, and I'm
Yeah.
like, girl.
They're all just like in hedge funds.
Yeah,
and,
literally, because
yeah.
it's like how he gets introduced in the movie is like, oh yeah, my friend Eduardo's like betting on oil futures, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, these are bad
Bad
people.
people.
But Andrew Garfield is so sweet and he's so hot in that. And I think Andrew Garfield is one of the reasons that it took me a while to come out as a lesbian.
Period.
Yeah, I think I was like, because I was amazing Spider-Man pilled.
Oh,
Same. That
my
made me
good
gay.
sister.
That made me gay.
And I was definitely like watching it for Emma Stone, but like telling myself I was watching it for Andrew Garfield. Like it was one of those. Do you know what I mean?
Were you sad
I think
when
we
she
had
died?
similar.
No. But I think I think I was like one of those
when
things
she
where I
has
was
like the
She cracked. Her back cracked.
fierce.
Need that.
she cracked.
Bad.
The back cracked. She broke. She back.
She broke. She back.
She broke. She back.
She broke her back and hit her head.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield,
He lied.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And he's so good in that.
I mean, the scene where
So
he
good in
smashes
that.
the laptop.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was her story
The
right
hottest
there.
thing ever.
Literally.
Oh
And like the
my
camera
God.
work where it's like on his feet and then it goes up.
It's
and
also like,
tracking
I
back.
you
wanna
would,
do-
you
and
would
it's-
come in on the feet, wouldn't you?
And it's cause like I want to do that to Mark Zuckerberg. Like I want to beat his shit up. So I'm watching that and I'm like, yes. It's like I'm playing a video game. I'm like,
He's
"Ugh."
right in. He's right in. Oh, is
And
he?
I feel like as well, like I think portraying Mark Zuckerberg was bad for Jesse Eisenberg's career. Because every time I see him now, I'm like, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because like I'm watching The Social Network and I'm like, I'm about to beat this bitch up. Like I hate his ass.
But then
know
you
what I
watch
mean?
Now You See Me and you're like, what a wonderful magician he is.
Did you say a real pain?
I'm no comment on Now You See Me. No, I missed that one. Wasn't for
Lex
me.
Luthor? No, I'm just
What's
going through
that?
Jesse Eisenberg's like most famous roles. He
What?
played Lex Luthor.
Who's that? Sorry, am I?
He's like the Superman villain.
That sounds like a hairspray name. Tracy Turnblad, Lex Luthor, Penny Pingleton.
I thought everyone knew Lex Luthor. You never watched Smallville?
No.
Somebody say.
Zombieland.
I once hooked up with this guy, and immediately after we had sex, he started watching Smallville on his laptop.
Periods. It's a great show.
And me with like low self-esteem as hell sitting there being like, yeah, this is normal.
I mean,
This is how I'm supposed to be treated.
speaking of cults, Alison Mack,
Oh yeah.
Nexium.
Yes.
Yes.
How
seen
did we get here?
Adventureland?
Wait. Yes, Adventureland. That's one of the.
lesbian.
That's one of those movies that people tried to get me into. People would be like, "You love Adventureland,"
Yeah.
and then I watched it.
I
and I was
never
like,
watched it.
It was a bit too contrived for me, and it was very much like, I think I had an ex that really liked it, and we watched it together, and I was like, it's not really.
Is Ryan Reynolds in that?
Yes, another
Kristen
like.
Wiig. It's very.
Lost Soul. Another Lost Soul.
Another
Ryan
lost
Reynolds.
soul, lost to the muscles. Yeah,
I didn't realize he was doing a Star Wars movie with
without Mikey
Sean
Madison.
Levy.
it.
Yeah, she
What?
said, I'm good. I'm not being on that set.
Yeah.
Sean Levy.
He is the amazing director of films such as Free Guy and Deadpool and Wolverine and Bullet Train.
I'm just going to flag something so early on. One day, I want to be famous.
Yeah.
I want to
You are
work with
famous.
people. You know my opinions on these things.
Mm.
I am trying to learn from Iowa Debris talking shit about Jennifer Lopez on her podcast.
Period.
I feel
Okay.
like you just didn't tell like 20 people to kill themselves.
Yeah, but
Like,
Yeah, but it's different. I don't give a fuck about Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
but Sean Levy.
I don't know who that is, girl.
She's
I
gonna be in
don't-
Deadpool. 7.
I'm going to be in Deadpool number 5. Like, when you guys see me, Lucille MacKellar is
Lucille
Lex
MacKellar is
Luthor
Loopy
in
Sloop.
Deadpool number 72. You keep your damn mouth shut, okay?
Lex Luthor.
Whatever, I don't know. They'll gender swap it by that point. I don't
You're
know.
bald because he's bald. You have to be bald.
No, me
wanna
and
be famous.
me and Deadpool, but I'm bald. Me and Deadpool, but I'm bald. The only way I'm going to be able to afford a house in Sydney is
Is
if
if you
I
shave
shave
my
my
head.
head.
And it'll still be a unit.
Yeah.
Like, you'll get a unit.
Yeah. By the time I'm like have enough money to buy a house, you'll be putting a down payment on a room in a share house. That's what we're gonna be.
Jesus.
I mean,
Did you say Jesus?
Jesus.
Jesus.
I have also always said that I would sell out for like Marvel or whatever instantly, like without question.
Yeah.
I think we should we could pitch to them.
Gloopy girl and gay boy.
Gloopy girl and
Flippy
gay
girl
boy.
and gay boy.
I don't know.
Who's who?
You should know the answer to that. That's copyrighted, by the way.
Yeah.
Gloopy Girl and Gay Boy. Well, yes. I
Sorry.
don't. The thing is, I think Marvel is truly a stain on this earth.
Oh, yeah.
And like
Yep.
anyone who genuinely enjoys those movies and
Should be
thinks they're
shocked.
good is extremely like deprived of any form of media literacy or any real entertainment.
Yeah.
And should pick up a book.
Not
Me
a
after
not
being
a-
like, I'm not going to talk shit. Me being like, let's be serious.
Not a
But like,
comic
let's be
book.
serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like it's like, like with all of those movies, you're allowed to like whatever you like. Like, I don't really give a fuck. But it's like when people are like, they should be nominated for Oscars. It's like, be
Kill
serious.
yourself.
Yeah.
Be serious.
Yeah.
My issue is that, I'm watching these trailers for the Fantastic Four. I know I said the
It's like,
Fantastic
you can't
Two.
see
Forgot.
anything. You
Yeah.
don't turn them up.
He's
It's
not-
so dark.
He's not stretching. They've had 2 full trailers, and the stretchy guy is not stretching.
Didn't they? There was a bit of him stretching.
There was like
I thought
1
you meant,
second.
I thought you
1
meant they're
second.
doing all these stunts and they're not stretching beforehand, guys. What's going on here? What is going on here?
They're gonna tear something.
We need to see Deadpool do
The warm-up.
do a like
Yeah.
hamstring stretch. Come on.
But like, I feel like for me, the main thing that I want to see in that film
Stretch you.
is the stretching man
Which
stretch.
one's Fantastic Four?
It's the 4 of them.
I have to. I have
That's
to.
one with Jessica Alba
I have
from
to
the-
stress that I do not know anything about superhero
There's-
movies. One, out of just genuine disinterest, but also a purposeful like desire to stay ignorant.
Okay, there's Stretchy Man, there's Rock
Oh,
Boy,
Rock. I know Rock.
Fire.
Flame
Oh,
Boy,
Silver Surfer is
Invisible Woman.
Fantastic
Yeah.
Four.
And Jane
right?
Foster.
Julia Garner, Mrs. Surfer,
Ms. Surfer. See, I can be Lex Luthorette,
Yeah.
Silver Surferette.
Silver Surferette, and Lex Luthorette.
But she still sounds like Julia Garner, so it's like, it's giving Beth from
Was she
Ozark
the-
is the Silver Surfer.
If you're gonna
Do you guys? Oh my god! I remember once being on a bus. Okay, setting the scene. I was on a bus. Heard of it? And actually, for my Sydney listeners, I was on the 428. I was on the 428, and there was
heard
this person sitting in front of me. And they were on the phone and they were like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. My friend, or like a family member or something, was in a coma and for like a week. And I was like eavesdropping. I was like, this is crazy. And they were like, yeah, in a coma. And I went to visit them. And after they'd gotten out of this coma, they'd been in coma for like a week. And they were like, oh my God, what's been happening in the world? And they were like, well, I didn't really do anything except stream all of Ozark. And I was like, that's crazy. Imagine like you've just like gone out of coma. You're like, what's happening? You see like your loved one. They're like, I just watched all of Ozark while you're in this coma.
What happened? Like, Laura Linney is going to win an Emmy.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Laura Linney.
They're like, it's the Laura Linney song. Sorry.
Yeah.
That is true, though. I feel like
We need to
I
get
would-
Laura Linney an Emmy.
that's-
That's
well-
what we need to do.
did she not ever win for Ozark?
I think she might have won for the Big C. No, I don't know.
What? The
Big C.
Sick. Oh,
The big
she won an Emmy for The Big Sick. They're like, this is so good. We're going to give it a television award.
The Big C.
Sick.
Yeah.
shut up.
Oh, she's got 4 Emmys.
For what?
Is she in Gilded Age now? She should be. If she's
I think
not.
she might.
Laura Linney,
be.
call your damn agent if you're not in that show.
She has.
I mean,
Oh, miniseries. She got a guest actress for Frasier.
okay.
The Big C.
Okay.
Nothing for Ozark.
Okay.
Nothing was there.
If my friend was in a coma and they woke up, similarly, I would only be able to be like,
Have you heard of
have you
Temple
seen The
Grandin?
Have you
I'm
seen
like,
the
you need to be
pit?
watching The Pit.
You're like, so I think you'd
It's just like the hospital.
Yeah, they're like, you actually would really relate to it, I think. Like, yeah, the pit. Are you a pit head?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm happy to talk about The Pit. But I just finished it yesterday. Devastating. And the thing is, like, there's no real, like, it's not really like a show where, the finale is like, oh my God, like,
Yeah.
that finale was crazy. It was just like their shift finished at the hospital and everyone went home.
They're like,
And that's why it's good.
and it's just like, am I clocking off?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And they had a beer in
Sometimes
the
you
park.
need that low stakes.
Yeah.
I've started watching the new Black Mirror. There's
Killing
one thing
yourself.
about me. I'm always clocking in for Black Mirror. I always have to.
I hate Black
You need
Mirror.
to be more serious. You can't be on here being like
The amount of
No, here's-
Black Mirror.
no, this
now
is
people
the
fucking
thing.
log on Black Mirror on Letterboxd. Kill yourself.
No, people
Seriously.
logging. Okay, the way people use Letterboxd, we need to have a conversation about that. One, you're not funny. Anything you type on Letterboxd, you think it's funny. I guarantee you, it's not. It's annoying me. You're not a celebrity. Just like rate the film and go.
Yeah.
People who are genuinely making film reviews on there, I'm like, make a friend. Do you know what I mean? Like, have a conversation with someone about the movie. Like they're
Wait,
quoting
so what do you
stuff.
do then?
Log it, follow your friends, see what you do, maybe give a little star. But I'm like, I don't need, like, this isn't a blog spot. Or maybe it is. I don't
think
know.
it is.
Okay. This is another instance in which I said something really bold. I'm immediately backing down. I'm like, actually, you guys,
but
free speech is important. Use whatever you want. I don't know.
I agree that there's a line of
There's
like
a fine line of
it
like.
can't be paragraphs and paragraphs. I'm like 1 or 2,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Okay, Barbie.
What?
There's a
Anyone.
fine line. There can't be too many jokes, but there has to be some jokes. It can't be too long a review, but it has to be. Can't be too
Well,
short.
yes. Like,
Thin but not too thin, of course.
We teach Letterboxd users to shrink themselves, to
Yeah,
make
we
themselves
do.
smaller.
We do. It's also the people who are like, this film is 5 stars because like seeing Andrew Garfield shirtless with doing this wasn't on my bingo card or whatever. It's
yeah.
like, okay, we
Yeah.
don't need that.
but why do you watch Black Mirror?
Yeah.
That's like
I literally am just intrigued because I did really like it like when it first started. And here's my truth. I was a Black Mirror head before it was on Netflix. So I was like on Put Locker. I was like like you guys laughing, but to the people at home they might have not heard me talk about Put Locker before. I was on Put Locker watching Black Mirror like fresh from BBC, like season 1, season 2, and being like,
Jeez.
oh my God, he fucked the pig in
I
like
hated that.
2012.
I
Like
hated that.
it was crazy for me. Like I was like, wow, this is so interesting. And then when it went on Netflix, I was like, wow, it's like, and then I think it's bad, but I still like to
terrible.
watch it.
Yeah, I saw a clip
Actually,
from it.
it wasn't
on-
too bad. Actually, the new one with Rashida Jones and Chris O'Dowd was actually quite good.
I saw a clip from that.
But
and
I'm
they
like,
were
they're too old for the characters.
This is crazy. And I was like, this sucks.
Well, I think as well, like watching Black Mirror now, you're like,
Yeah.
just going outside is worse
Yeah.
than whatever you're showing me. And it's like, technology's bad. It's like, honey, we know. We don't need the Netflix budget to
Yeah.
do that. Also, the weird thing about Black Mirror is that they're actively like shitting on Netflix and like the model of Netflix and like the Netflixification and streamingification of media. But I'm like, yeah, you're still putting it on there. And I'm like, I don't really understand. Is this like, I don't really understand the relationship here. I find it weird when stuff like that's like tongue in cheek, but it's like, but you're still using their platform though. So what's the truth?
Yeah.
And they're promoting it. So what's the truth?
Hashtag Barbie.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of Black Mirror, I was like, this sucks. Because it's just a guy that fucks a pig. And they're like,
It's
doesn't that make you
disgusting
think?
though.
No, it is.
When did you watch it though? What year? Tell me the year.
It would have been 2019.
Yeah, see, there you go. Too
Yeah.
late.
The
Too
only
late.
episode
Shock
I've
value's
ever
gone.
watched was the.
Imagine watching that. You were in high school. It's 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
That would have. You
no.
would have been like, this is crazy.
No, I was watching Lost back then. I knew what good TV was.
Right.
Whatever.
I've only seen the Miley Cyrus episode.
I've seen that too.
Lost?
Hated it.
No.
Oh, that is an iconic.
What's going on in this island?
Anyway, I'm going to bed.
Are we all dead? Are we all
Are
dead?
you conflating Miley's Hannah Montana with Haley Welch? Anywho, I'm going to bed. Sorry to interrupt you, Nick. Anywho, I'm going to bed. Oh, I love her.
I love her.
I love her so much. I actually listened to this like 3-part like deep dive podcast on like the Haley Welch of it all, and
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
so interesting.
She's like our modern day Mark Zuckerberg. There's going to be
Well, she did the Bitcoin thing.
Hawk Tour.
no,
the
it
film.
was
She was tricked.
It was Hawk Coin.
She was tricked. She was a
She was
victim.
tricked. She actually
Yeah,
was a victim. Well, here's the thing: all cryptocurrency is a scam.
of course.
Yeah.
She was
And-
the Eduardo Saverin of the Hawk coin. Yeah.
No,
Well, we need to talk
I'm
about.
going to bed.
We need to talk about.
Sorry to interrupt you, Nick. Sorry. sorry.
We need to talk about drop the.
It's
Justin
cleaner,
Timberlake.
and he
It's
was
cleaner.
right. Justin
Timberlake should not act.
Justin
But when he
Timberlake.
does.
We watched Inside
Llewyn
Llewyn Davis
Davis.
recently, and he was good in that. He was
Yeah.
very
But he
appropriately
was
cast
like-
in that. Also, dare I say, the best Coen Brothers movie?
Yeah, probs.
No
Am I-
Country
am
for
I-
Old Men.
I haven't seen him.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. And I said what I said about
That's
Inside
like
Llewyn
one
Davis.
of the best films ever made. Period.
Have you seen Llewyn Davis?
I've seen all their films.
Okay.
I feel like Llewyn Davis is their most like Coen Brothers-y, like they kind of have their little formula. I'm like, great. But No Country for Old Men is in a league of its own.
I need to rewatch, actually. It's been
It's
a few years since I watched it.
stone cold freaking masterpiece. It's
Stone
like
cold
they're gonna put that in the
masterpiece.
time capsule. You know,
Yeah, they will. They won't put Inside Llewyn Davis in the time capsule.
No.
I will
But
in
for the
mine.
girls that get it, yeah. Anything.
I mean,
with
I
Karen-
get it. It's a good movie.
I mean, I saw Inside Llewyn Davis in the cinema on my 17th birthday.
was that the other day?
Yes! Oh my god! The other day, I turned sweet 17. No.
Sweet 17.
Sweet 17.
Anywho.
Napster.
Napster. I don't really know what that is.
Neither.
Okay,
Wait,
great.
what?
It was
What
like
was the
Lime.
question?
I think it was like LimeWire.
Napster. Oh, yeah, that was like a
Napster.
downloading thing where you would
music.
download music and stuff.
LimeWire, yes.
LimeWire, miss her.
Friends who had older siblings, I heard about LimeWire, but I think I was too
on there.
young for LimeWire.
I was on there.
Miss
I was
her.
on YouTube to MP3.
LimeWire. Oh,
But Lime. Oh yeah.
I remember on Christmas Day, I got an MP3 player, and my cousin showed me how to download shit off LimeWire.
What was the first thing you downloaded?
It would have been like a Pussycat Dolls song or something of the
Yes.
like, or like a 1-2 Step by Kiara. Kiara?
Kia.
Kia.
Yep.
Sierra.
Sierra.
Yeah.
Kiara? One, two step by Kiara.
I don't know why that came out the way it did. Anywho,
The princess is here.
Kiara.
Kiara, this beat is. Good luck booking that stage you speak of,
of.
Kiara.
We sort of have to start wrapping up.
Oh my god! I'm like, we need to get into it. Is how I feel. I'm like, we need to actually get into it. Like, we haven't talked about anything.
No, but
Okay.
there's so much to talk about.
There is so
It's just
much to talk
impossible.
about.
I mean, there's the kind of like Mark being into like cage fighting for some reason. Remember he was going to fight Elon Musk.
Okay, we have to do like the speed run of like the horrible things he's
Yep.
done. Weird statue of his wife. What was that about?
It was like
what was that
7
about?
foot tall.
The sunscreen.
Yeah.
the sunscreen on the
That
boat.
was crazy. As a very pale person myself, like I have to be wearing sunscreen, but that was weird. There's something else going on here. That was
Yeah.
like a chemtrails thing. What else has he done? The smoked ham moment when he was like at the barbecue. Do you remember that? Ages ago, he was like,
I don't know
I'm
this.
making. Maybe I've conflated him cooking and then the smoked ham joke from The Simpsons, but that's fine. We'll keep moving. What else is there that he's done?
The whole wakeboarding stuff.
Yes.
The
Wakeboarding,
American flag, wearing the suit.
The rebrand, the streetwear rebrand.
Yeah.
8 years too late to the trend.
And
of
that
course.
combined with him being like, it's okay to say that queer people are mentally ill on our platform.
Wait, what's that?
You didn't know that?
No.
It's like in their policies, it's like you can say that queer people are mentally ill.
Well, they are.
Well, us talking. Well, that's what we were talking about earlier today.
Exactly.
Who's mentally ill here?
Hello.
Let's go down
Me?
We're all
What?
mentally
What?
ill.
We're all mentally ill.
I'm actually not.
okay.
Why?
I've never been
I
diagnosed
just
with
don't.
anything.
I just don't understand how
I
you
don't
can
know if I
be
was diagnosed or not, but my
They haven't got
therapist
me.
was like, you have anxiety.
Well, you're not diagnosed, but you're going to a therapist.
Me? No, I'm
No,
not. Oh,
James is. So I'm like,
Nicole is
okay,
coming from inside the
She's
house.
crazy. She's crazy.
Yeah.
I actually don't go to therapy anymore because I finished.
I finished my homework.
Yeah.
I finished.
Right.
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 What else crazy shit has he done?
Well, it's kind of like post 2018. 2018 is when he like testified at Congress. Not testified, he was like called before
The
Congress.
social network too, apparently.
Well, that's January 6th, honey.
What?
They want to do that's the idea for the theoretical sequel. It's like based around January 6th, which it's like, let's get Glenn Close in the hillbilly allergy drag again, and she can play the grandma.
That lady. Yeah.
It's insane that happened.
January 6th.
Yes.
It is.
On it.
It is insane.
It's insane. And
Yeah.
it's like, can we acknowledge that? You know what I mean?
Where
Like-
were you?
Where was I? I can't remember.
It is
Probably at
crazy,
home,
but
probably
now
at
it's
the beach.
become one of those like things that only like the libs are like lipping out about, you know?
Yeah.
But it was actually really crazy.
Like, they stormed the Capitol. Like, what the hell?
The fucking Hunger Games shit.
Yes. Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah.
No. Mark Zuckerberg, death. Meta, death.
Well, yeah, the meta stuff.
Also, yeah, Meta, like, okay, so Sam and I have been trying to promote our fucking comedy festival shows. And guys, I know how everyone's always like, I've been shadow banned.
It happened
We're
to us.
actually with shadow banned.
It happened
It's
to us.
actually scary.
It's real.
The second you like post a poster or like a link, they're like, no one is seeing your stories.
Oh, literally.
Also, you can't, I don't know if you found this, but when you're like making an ad on Meta, you can like pick who you want to target it to and like
Yep.
pick interest. You cannot, it is not possible to put gay or queer,
No.
lesbian, bisexual.
But
like,
Charlie XX.
That's
no,
what
you
I
literally
do.
have to put Charlie
That's what I
XCX
do.
in stand-up comedy.
Kylie Minogue
You can't even
fans.
put RuPaul's Drag Race. You cannot. You cannot. And like, there's no way to find queer people. So then all like, because my poster as well has my boobs pretty prominently in it, I make it targeted to women and it always ends up being majority men. See my stuff.
Gross.
And I can't make it gay. So it's just like Charlie XCX stand up and then like an image of my tits. And it's like probably on like soft porn Instagram reels. I'm like, what the hell? It's crazy out
It's
here.
hell. Yeah, my targeted audience is Troye Sivan fans, Charlie XCX fans,
I need to put
Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue, that's a good one.
Yeah.
No, you really are like true. No, because I was like trying to type in queer, you couldn't find it. Gay, couldn't find it. LGBT, couldn't find it. And then you start being like, I don't know, like
that's the thing, I
what
tried
a
to-
jungle juice.
I
I'm like
literally
trying to
put-
think of like ways around it. I'm like circuit. I'm like, I don't know. How do
Dye
I get
hair.
gay
Yeah,
comedy.
literally. I'm like hair dye. I'm like piercing. I'm like, oh, scary.
They're crazy.
It's
Were you gonna say
scary.
something?
Oh yeah, I just said that I put gay comedy and they were like, we can't post this because people have been subjected to hate from this hashtag.
Yeah, I'm like, your
And I was
fucking
like,
website.
Yeah, I was like, somebody
website.
Somebody commented on one of our videos and was like, for those people that, what did they say? It was like old school homophobia. He was like,
Yeah.
TikTok is always like, we've automatically enabled the anti-bullying protections on your video.
Yeah, because like,
I'm like, what were people saying?
Yeah, 'cause- yeah, it's like we're protecting you because you're like, you couple of faggots, you're getting, you will
You're getting
be
torn
subjected.
apart.
Yeah, like they're like, we're just preempting this because yeah.
Because you're going to get killed
Like,
on here.
what?
some of them are funny though. And someone called us fudge packers. I was like, that's fierce.
That was a
Fudge
throwback.
packers.
Yeah.
See, it's like when you're being that creative with a slur, it's like no one has that much of like an imagination and isn't a little bit gay. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the call's coming from inside the house with
The
that
one
one.
from the
That's
other
really
day.
true.
Here we go. For people whose farts actually have a chance of making a sound, a darkroom is for taking photos. I was like,
What the hell does that mean? So it's like
it's
it's
layers.
like
'Cause your
also it's
whole
like
is-
the way that like you can't say anything on these platforms anymore because they like blur out anything that's like vaguely suggestive of
Yep.
any real emotional, any real
Unalive.
experience, unalive, like whatever. But then it also makes it everyone has to be so like telling fucking codes, like
Yes.
saying cryptic shit with their hate comments. Like everyone has to be like, everyone is like riddles 3 to call someone a faggot. It's like, this has gotten out of hand. Like, it's like, let's just, like, it's just too much. It's like, what do you mean someone's like, whatever the fuck that
Yeah,
comment was? Like, it
literally.
makes no sense. Like, it's,
Riddles.
do you know what I mean? It's like the way that people are just, it's just, I can't. And the way that Mark Zuckerberg is just sitting in his house in whatever the hell he leaves, like having one of those Tesla robots, like make
Jerk
him
him
like
off.
truly jerk him off. Like he's living like the wrong trousers from Wallace and Gromit like every damn day. And I'm just like, but like it's made by Tesla. And I'm like, you are so evil. And now because of that, we can't even say the word sex on the internet.
Yeah. Which is what the fucking internet was built for.
But
Honey.
of course, Mark Zuckerberg's giant plan was that, like, he is a supreme incel, even though he's married and has children.
Yeah.
I think he's very much. That is his.
Oh, does he have kids?
His 3 children.
kill him.
Oh,
Daughters.
God. I've never.
Oh, God.
How old? Never even heard.
2015, 2017, 2023 birth. I looked this up.
Wow.
They're over 2,000 years old. That's crazy.
I hate you so much. Anyway.
You never hear about the kids. At what age
because they're
can we
like
tear them apart?
under 10.
Yeah.
Like, it's not their fault.
They're complicit.
Yeah.
Well, it's all those rich people that just have like so many children because they're just like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. We'll give them until 21 to come out against their father, to kill their father.
18. Hello.
Well, you know, it's hard.
Sorry.
Well, no, they should probably do it when they're younger because then they probably won't be
Reduced sentence.
tried as an adult. Because Dolly Incapac's heard of it.
Is this
What?
like Temple Run
No,
again?
no. It's it's a legal term which it's like you're too young to like be aware of your like actions. You don't know right or
adolescence.
wrong.
Say
Not fucking
you should know
adolescents.
it.
Not adolescents.
What's the guilty mind and the guilty act? No.
prima facie?
Jodie Comer.
Memento mori. What's
Double Jeopardy.
double jeopardy?
No, you guys didn't do legal studies.
No, I did legal studies. That's how I learned Dolly Incapac's. Hello.
But there's one where they describe
Wingardium
the guilty
Leviosa.
mind.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
yeah,
about,
Yeah,
and
for
I
like
can't
murder,
remember it.
It's
Yeah,
usually,
yeah,
can
yeah,
you
yeah.
Google it? Can someone Google it? I really
It's
need
like
to know.
it's like the
Gratis or something.
Persona non grata.
persona non grata. NDA.
The
NDA.
guilty mind law.
Latin.
Latin.
Quick.
I'm
Quick.
trying. Sorry. The mensra.
No.
Mens rea.
Mens rea,
Mens rea.
yes.
Mens rea. Oh my god, that's a classic.
Wait, but
that is a
there's
classic.
there's like more to that.
Mens rea.
There's like more to that a little bit. I think if you just read on. What's the AI
Actus reus.
summary saying?
Okay.
Actus reus.
Actus
Mens
reus.
rea.
That's the guilty act.
Mens rea is if you like intended to do it or not.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like premeditation of it all.
Yeah,
Men's, yeah.
because they're the one doing it. The guilty
So-
acts.
Are we
Well,
letting Mark Zuckerberg through the gate?
Just
No.
no. We don't even have to do the
No,
thing. It's a no.
absolutely not. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something else I want to say before we wrap it up because I feel like there's just like I don't know. I just feel like we live in such a strange time. I don't think anyone's ever made that observation before, so I thought I'd just say that. We live in such a strange time and it is so weird to be like I think the internet that we like grew up on, especially like even like 5 years ago, it's changed
literally.
like so much.
Yeah.
And it's so weird that like Mark Zuckerberg truly is like a supervillain.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he is like a billionaire supervillain, like the Jeff Bezos, the Elon Musk of it all, like all of those people. And it is so strange to just be like living in a society which are just run by these like tech overlords. And then like it's like this all started because you were like butthurt that your ex-girlfriend dumped you in a bar. And now like I can't like be gay on the internet. Like, why is that a straight line?
Yeah, it's kind of this thing of
Now, like, there's no fact checking. Like, you can say whatever. Like, AI is running rampant. Like, and it's just because, like, Rooney Mara was mean to you. Like, you should be so fucking lucky.
yeah, it's this thing of like these platforms being sold to us as like, oh, hang out with your friends and everything, and then
It's a
over
prison.
time the plan is obviously to ruin the whole earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, it's like, yeah, Twitter's fun, but it's like, I don't want to like burn down the Amazon rainforest to
Grok.
like
Hashtag
post a
Grok.
GIF. Like,
Yeah.
let's be
No, the gifts are fun.
serious.
Are the gifts fine? Yeah.
The gifts are carbon
Oh.
neutral.
Okay, good. Because
Thank
I
God.
posted.
What are you talking about? Are the gifts fine?
No,
What is
I-
anyone talking about here?
I just wanted to make
I
sure.
I
just
guess
mean-
the gifts are stored on a server
I
somewhere.
don't
Because I
mean
just
like.
I got a viral tweet and I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't
I
burning down
don't,
that.
I don't, honey, there's no such thing as a viral tweet anymore.
It's a
Wake
post.
up, wake
Yeah.
up, wake up. This is something keep us trapped.
I only use ethical gifts. actually.
What's considered an ethical GIF?
Nicole Kidman dancing with a headband on.
Yes, Fontaine from like there's a few
Not
of
fucking
them.
Fontaine.
The one of Marion Williamson, and Oprah. When she's explaining the downloading off the computer. You know that one?
The classic one I love is, let's just go talk about our favorite GIFs. One of my favorite ones is Viola Davis going like looking unimpressed and picking up her bag and walking
Yes!
out. That's a
Classic,
classic. That's a
classic.
classic. I mean, a classic like it's truly like brand of like gifts that your coworkers love.
Yeah.
The one with the girl with the messy updo when she's spitting out her coffee. She's like,
Yes.
that's a classic gift. They
Yeah.
love that.
The thing
Kris
is-
Jenner shutting the laptop.
Yes.
The thing is, like, you have to find your signature gifts. Like, you can't chase trends when it comes to gifts. You have to
No.
find your gifts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I've got
yeah.
And
yeah.
that's the message I want to leave everyone on
Yeah,
today.
you have to find your gift. Don't
Your chosen
let the
gifts.
meta overlord stop you from finding your
Your
gift.
gift.
That one of Jack Black that comes up every time you open, like, the gift keyboard.
Oh my god, yes. Or is it like Nicole Scherzinger or somebody on like America's Got Talent? It's like, oh, it's J-Lo. And she's like,
Yes, standing up for applause.
Mente
yes.
Latina. I just want to say on the record, I think J-Lo is a fabulous singer, and
I can't wait.
I
for
think
Kim-
she's a great performer. And Hustlers is one of my favorite movies, and she should have been nominated for Best
And
Supporting
when
Actress.
you're hosting SNL, you will not have to
I
apologize
will
to
not.
her.
I'll have to apologize to Benson Boone. I'll be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He will be the president.
Princeton Poon. Anyway,
Prince and Poon.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Princeton Poon.
Prince and Poon.
And we leave you at that. You can follow us on Facebook.
20 years.
Oh my god!
Follow
And that's the
Lucille.
sad,
Chuck us a like.
and at the end of the day, it's like, and follow me on Instagram. Oh my god, guys, it's horrible. That
Well-
being said, do follow me on Instagram. It's at 2011 Indie. If you
Iconic.
know, you know. Yes, I should change my name so people can find me, but also it's kind of chic that I am anonymous.
Bowen Yang's
actually,
Instagram is Faye Dunaway.
Yeah.
I did actually. Can I leave you on a quick
Please.
Facebook story?
Of
Yes.
course.
By Frank Ocean.
I don't want to hear that.
I did.
Facebook, because you
It's
were
a-
thinking about
And you know what? He was,
was
in the wrong.
right.
He was in the wrong. He should have added her back.
I agree.
That was
Wait.
so rude.
Yeah,
I
no
always
shit.
thought, listen
Yeah.
to that. I'm like, just add your girlfriend back on
Yeah.
Facebook. And he's like, oh, anyway, we don't have to
It's
get into
that one film
But-
that's too woke.
Okay, so like many beautiful people, made my Facebook at 13, whatever, had it for ages.
Yeah.
2022, I'm in Darwin. I'm there for my girlfriend's estranged father's wedding. Okay. We've only been dating for like 5 months. I wake up and I have these notifications from Facebook and it say you've got a message, but it's not the Messenger app like logo, it's the Facebook logo. I'm like, that's kind of weird, but maybe there's been an update or something overnight. Open it up and my account has been completely shut down. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? My account has been suspended and deleted due to indecent images of children. Right? And I'm like, I'm also, bear in mind, I'm in Darwin as well. So I'm up here, I'm like, I'm far from home. I'm being framed for like a horrible crime. Isabella's like,
Double
who did I
jeopardy.
marry? Like, she's like, who is this person? I'm like, what the hell's going on? And it turns out that like, it's a like scam that people do where they hack your Facebook and then you can only reinstate and they'll like put shit on it and then they'll only reinstate it because they'll like send you emails being like, if you transfer us this much money, you'll like give your emails back. But joke's on them. My email that I set my Facebook up with in like 2010 is like so long gone. It's like so like I couldn't even get into that if I fucking knew how to / tried. So I just admitted defeat and I just didn't have Facebook for a while until I was like reluctantly had to get it
So
back.
is there like an
So
old
my-
Facebook of yours with child
It's just deleted.
porn
I
up?
just know it's just all deleted. It's just all deleted. But isn't that insane?
That is mental.
And I literally had to like post on my Instagram, be like, if anyone's trying to find me on Facebook, like you can't.
I'm not a pedophile.
I'm not a pedophile. Like literally having to do like this apology tour. It was crazy. No, I didn't have to do an apology
The
tour.
impacts, like, it's, I mean, we didn't
But I
even
did
touch
get
on.
like I think it was by like it was like a Filipino group of hackers, and I was just getting like emails in Tagalog to like this other address for like so long. I felt like Amy Sedaris in that episode of Broad City, like I think they're Filipino. They took my baby. Like anyway,
I was going to say, we didn't even touch on like Facebook Marketplace. And
Oh, we don't have time.
We don't
That's
have
a-
time.
that's a whole other episode.
But like, all I need to say about Facebook Marketplace is like to post something on that, you're fucked. To buy something off it, you're fucked. Everyone in there is fucked, and everyone there is so fucking rude. It's a wild west. It's
Yeah.
crazy. A cab, except there needs to be some
police.
sort of police for Facebook
police
Marketplace,
force.
and that's what I'll leave on that.
I also wanted to mention the impact of Facebook on my life, which was that when I was like 15, I commented on a Facebook post, not relevant, my friend Ruby, but she posted about that she showed up to work and her workplace was completely closed. And we both also worked at Hoyt's at the time. And I commented, I wish that would happen to Hoyt's on Facebook. And then like a week later, I show up to work and they have that printed out. And they're like, why did you say that? And I was like, it was a joke. And they're like, we're going to give you a formal warning.
Oh my God, I also worked at Hoyt's in high school. Have we never discussed this? Was your first job Hoyt's?
KFC and then Hoyt's.
Oh yeah, I went straight to Hoyt's.
Yeah, but they actually tried to give me a final warning. But I said, no, we'll downgrade that to just a warning.
Well, that's the thing. When you're like 16, you're getting paid like $2 an hour to work at like the worst establishment. They like try to fire you and it's like, but you're not though. Because who else is going to do the worst job in the world for literally no remuneration? So I will stay employed. Like, what are you going to do?
Here.
Like, I'll be staying here. I will still be running Candy Bar. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, thank you for listening. Follow Lucille on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram.
If you can catch
on
it,
Facebook.
Lucille has the most wonderful show. Lucille MacKellar Has Boy Problems. It actually covers
a lot of this stuff, actually.
Yeah.
in a lot more sort of intellectual rigor.
But also silly and funny.
Yeah. A life-changing show.
Beautiful.
And
you,
really
darlings.
speaks to our times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And subscribe to our Patreon.
Yes. Also follow Sam and James if you're not. If you literally listen to Gatekeeping, you're not following them. You're sick in the head. Sorry.
You're a loose strand just flapping in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Come in.
Okay.
Yep.
Love you.
Bye.